All right, I'm Ryan Bibb. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Hagan Boys and Girls Club. And what the Hagan Boys and Girls Club is we are primarily an after-school care center for ages 6 through 18 here in Owensboro, serving kids from just about every school here in the county. More than likely, we have a bus or a van that transports kids every single day. We're open Monday through Friday from 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., serving kids in that critical after-school care time before their parents are off work, where statistics show that juvenile delinquency increases if they don't have a caring adult mentor who's there to watch after them. That's what we provide, a whole gamut of programming, homework assistance, positive mentorship, you name it, you can find it at the Boys and Girls Club. We have it. I mean, honestly, you can go anywhere from being a basketball coach in our winter basketball league. You may be interested in arts and crafts. You may be interested in STEM-related activities. Come in and help our kids build a rocket or a volcano out of elephant toothpaste, whatever it may be. You can literally just come in and provide homework assistance. We have a lot of former educators who they see this as a way to give back and stay involved. And it's funny, you may see some who they have had their parents in class. Maybe they went to school with their grandparents or whatever it may be. So it's a multi-generational thing. And I think Boys and Girls Club being a national brand with over 5,000 locations across the country, it's a tried and true method for volunteers to be able to get involved locally with our youth here in Owensboro. So if anybody is interested in volunteering, first we have a volunteer application that they have to submit. It gives us all the pertinent information, allows us to run the necessary background screening per Boys and Girls Club of America requirements. It also tells us a little bit more importantly about what their hobbies and what their interests are. So we don't want to put somebody who's recreational minded in our arts and crafts area because we know that they may not be as successful. We want to make sure that the talents and the time that they are donating to the Boys and Girls Club is going to be worthwhile to them, and then more importantly, worthwhile to the kids that they have chosen to serve. So as we mentioned, just about any interest, we can find a group of kids who match that interest for a volunteer. Other than that, Boys and Girls Club of America requires a couple of hours of online training, just how to notice different signs of abuse, what to do if you notice that sign of abuse, how to report that to the appropriate individuals, just another layer of protection for the youth that we serve. I think Boys and Girls Club, I mean, serving as many kids as we do, I mean, last year we served almost 1,600 kids throughout our organization, and anytime that you're serving that amount of kids, there's no shortage of inspirational stories. I mean, you can take kids who are homeless and they find refuge in the Boys and Girls Club. You may have kids who come from abusive situations and they find refuge and hope and friendship and positive mentorship in the Boys and Girls Club. And I think a lot of times the volunteers, or even maybe staff members sometimes, they don't fully know everything that's going on in a kid's life, because when they walk through our doors every day, something clicks. They're like, I'm around people who are like me. I'm around with kids who have similar interests. And for a few hours a day, maybe it's 3, maybe it's 4 hours, they can shut off whatever's going on at home and they can just be a kid. And that's kind of where we provide that refuge for them and say, hey, you come in here, we're gonna make sure you're safe. We're going to make sure you're protected. We're going to make sure that you're having fun and that you have adults that you can connect to. And the unique thing about the Boys and Girls Club is that we measure all of that every single year. We have a national survey that we conduct for kids ages 9 through 18 every year. And they tell us what they like, what they don't like about the Boys and Girls Club, so we can bring in programs, we can bring in staff, we can bring in volunteers to better suit the needs of the kids that we have. So many times volunteers come in and they will lock in and immediately connect with the kid, and you know that that is their person. And they're so happy to see a new face come in. They'll come up, what's your name? What are you doing here? Why did you choose the Boys and Girls Club? They're so happy to see a new face, and that's why we always welcome volunteers from all over.